Hi folks, and welcome to week number 4 and unit number 2. So unit number 2 is going to be our second essay, okay? This essay is really going to be looking at what makes a scholarly article credible or not, right? So this past unit, as we're finishing up here, is about whether popular articles are credible, can be credible, how often they're credible, right? Compared to those scholarly studies that they're based on. What we're going to look at this time is really whether or not scholarly studies themselves are reliable and what makes them reliable. So we'll talk about this a fair bit over the course of this unit. So for this week, 2 turn-in dates, Monday and Thursday. Monday, watch the week 4 video. You're doing that right now. Watch the video on essay structure and then write your essay 1 final draft. Okay? Then complete the essay 1 reflection. Read the read the week 4 readings and annotations. Write annotations of Peters and Fowler. Those are your 2 readings here. And then begin the research discussion round number 2. Let's go ahead and go down and take a look. So obviously there's the video. You're watching it right now. The essay structure video, please do watch. It's a short video I put together encouraging you to be thinking about essay structure, and then the final draft of essay number 1. All right. After that, there is an essay 1 reflection, place for you to submit it. I'm calling it the essay 1 reflection right now. This is really going to be a document we use all semester long. So this link will actually put it into, make a copy into your Google Drive. So go ahead and do that. You may go ahead and move it over to a folder after you've made a copy if you want. Remember, those copies go directly to your core root Google Drive. Let me show that to you, actually. All right, so the essay 1 reflection. If you click the link here, what will happen is that it'll say, do you want to make a copy of this? It'll put it in your Google Drive, and it will look like this. Okay, it's just a template. It's done in Google Drive. What I want you to do this week with this is just identify what you think your strengths and weaknesses are in essay 1. What do you think you did well on? What do you think you didn't do well on? This can be bullet points, can be short sentences, those sorts of things. There are other sections here, a game plan, and then some reflection here, here, and here. I'm going to have you guys do those after you get them back graded. Okay? So all I want you to do for this week is fill out these 2 strengths and weakness section, and then submit it to the submission folder. Okay, so the essay 1 submission folder. You're going to submit this document a bunch of times over the course of the semester just so I can sort of see how you're keeping track of your strengths and weaknesses. My goal here is to have you guys have a very clear idea of what you do well and what you need more work on. Because if you know what you need to work on, you're far more likely to be successful, right? Because you know what to do. So we're going to start this week with just strengths and weaknesses. As always, with the Google Doc, you can just go up to File, download it as Word or PDF to submit it to the assignment folder. As a matter of fact, I think it's even plausible for you to submit in Google Docs now. So you can give that a shot. Let me know if that works out for you. Excuse me. After that, week 4, reading and annotations, Peters and Fowler. There are 2 scholarly articles I want you to read, and then write an annotation of each one. That's in this folder right here. Finally, research discussion round 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so your group, which should contain approximately 6 students, you guys are actually probably closer to 10. I opted for a slightly bigger group than I traditionally do. Should work to answer the following question over the next couple weeks. So why do Fowler and Peters reach different conclusions? Okay, why does the research that Fowler conducts disagree with the results of Peters' study so clearly? So as you guys read those 2 scholarly studies, one of the things you will see is that they both try to answer the same question. Does diet soda help us lose weight? But they come to different conclusions. One says yes, one says no. Okay, I'm oversimplifying here, but you'll see how it is that they disagree. Okay. So what we're going to do as a group over the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to have some discussion about this. And we're going to start here, not in the discussion forum, but in a Google Doc. Okay, I'm going to share a Google Doc with your group. Okay, so you're going to have a Google Doc that looks like this, okay? And I will share this with your group. Everyone in your group will have editing ability on that, okay? It's basically a grid I will already have for you filled in, the citation of Fowler's and the citation of Peters, so you won't have to worry about that. What I want you guys to do as a group, okay, is to add information here, okay? How recent is this research? For example, research on COVID that was done in 2020 is very different from research that's showing up right now in 2023. That's just a given, okay? Things change over time. Some cases, that time has a huge impact. In some cases, it's got a much smaller impact. And that depends a lot on how much the research has changed over time. The authority. Who are the scholars who worked on the study? Are they experts? Do they have any conflicts of interest? In most cases, they actually have to declare those conflicts of interest, okay? Study population, study design. How is the study designed? Who is included in this study? Who is discluded from the study, okay? Bias. Do we think there's any reason that this source might be biased, okay? What was the reason for publishing, okay? What do we know about this? And then ultimately, what's the takeaway? What can we say sort of for certain after having read this source? Now, we're going to use this grid for a couple weeks as we work our way through essay number 2 as well. But this is going to be the first time you guys get to use it. I'm going to have you guys work on it as a group. So feel free, come in here, add a couple sections. I'm also going to note, you guys have that Google chat group over in your email. Okay? Again, excuse me. Each group I've got Google Chat for. You guys have all posted in it, said hello, all of those sorts of things. That's fantastic. Thank you for doing so. This is a good opportunity to use that Google Chat group. You know, if you fill in a couple boxes on this grid here, you might go into chat and say, hey, I filled in a couple boxes. What's everyone else's timeline this week? What my goal for this week is you guys completely fill this grid out as a group. So you can, everybody can contribute to it a little bit. We can kind of add to it as well, right? So, you know, someone puts something in currency, you think there's more to add there, go ahead and add more, right? This is a place for you guys to basically compile ideas about these different categories, okay? Now, I'm going to come back over here. We're going to come back to the discussion part of this, not this week, but next week, okay? So, that's coming, and we'll start a discussion about this, but that actually won't happen for until next week, okay? I want you guys to start working with that Google Doc and start building some information in that grid first, okay? So that's everything we've got going this week. Again, I'm noting begin research discussion, not finish it. So this is gonna carry out for a couple weeks here, okay? As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I am here to help.